This is so hard. I thought once I had all my ideas written down about my future husband, this paper would be so much easier to write, but I'm stuck again. How am I supposed to know which ideas to include and how to put all these ideas together? What do I talk about first? I need help.
Did I hear you ask for help? What's wrong, Master? Still having trouble with that writing assignment? You know, you still have 2 wishes left.
Hi, Jeannie. I'm stuck on how to put all my ideas into my writing assignment. I don't suppose I could just wish for my ideas to magically appear in the best order?
You know it doesn't work like that. But you don't need magic to organize your ideas. You just need a good tutor to help you. Let me hear you say it.
All right. I wish for a writing tutor to help me.
What kind? Just any old tutor?
Well, all right. How should I say it?
How about the bestest, most amazing writing tutor?
Okay. I wish for... Is this even grammatically correct? The bestest, most amazing writing tutor in the world to help me.
Well, how about that? Here I am. Alrighty then, let's get down to business. So, you've got all your ideas. Now we need to think about the best way to organize them.
But how do I know which ideas should come first and which should go together? There's just too many ideas, Jeannie.
Well, I remember we began with some categories already. Appearance, was it? And occupation as well. Now let's keep looking to see if other ideas group together naturally in some way that makes sense. For example, you've written kind, happy, and fun-loving. Hard-working. Do all of those fit together at all?
Well, yeah, those are all personality traits I want in my future husband. I guess I can write about those ideas together, right?
Of course! Are there any other ideas that group together?
Well, I have, can sing and plays an instrument. I also have is good with hands and can fix things. Maybe I can group those together as talents?
Perfect! Now, once we have all the groups, we can start thinking about the order and which ideas to include and which ideas to throw out.
Okay, how do we do that?
Well, you start by thinking about 2 things, your audience and your purpose.
Audience?
Yes, the people who are going to read your writing. So what ideas do you think the matchmaker needs to know about your future husband?
Well, I think the categories we have are good so far. So, let's see. We've got appearance, job, personality, and talents. Oh, and I have a few others too, like family and friends.
Excellent. Forming categories that make sense can be most difficult. You have conquered it with great ease, Master. I think it is time for you to write your paper and convince the matchmaker that Sir Hairless the Toothy Grin is the perfect match for you.
Wow. Thanks, Jeannie. I think I've got it from here. Jeannie!
Of all the times to be called, I was just in the middle of baking a delicious... Oh, Master, how may I help you?
Jeannie, I just don't get it. I was doing well with grouping everything together in categories, and I started writing paragraphs, but it just doesn't seem to flow right. I can't seem to figure out how to get everything in the right order. What?
One last wish.
Oh, that. Okay, sure. What do I say again? Jeannie, I ask for the bestest, most amazing...
Most incredible, most magnificent!
I didn't have to say that last time.
Hey, humor me. It's the only perk of this job.
Most incredible, magnificent writing tutor in the whole wide world to help me out.
Well, look at that. Still me. What a surprise. Now, let's get to work. Having trouble organizing ideas, huh? Well, I think I have just the thing. But first, let's talk audience and purpose again.
Well, how will that help me organize?
Just humor me for now. Audience, our matchmaker. Purpose, to get a hunk of not-so-muscly man. Hey, your words, not mine. Okay, now let's get into specifics. Tell me about your matchmaker. What does she prefer in her writing, in your writing? What has she asked for?
Well, I'm not so sure. She asked me to write an essay describing the most important characteristics of my dream husband.
Sounds like you've done just that.
But how do I know what is most important to her?
That's a great question. And let me ask again, what do you know about her? What can you guess about her own priorities in choosing men?
Well, I know she has a very involved interview process. She interviews all the men from all over the kingdom.
Excellent. And what do you know about these interviews?
Well, I know she usually finds out what they think and feel, so I guess I should include ideas about his personality and his talents.
Yes, exactly right. If that is her priority, finding out personality and talents, you can rightly assume that she will be asking you to write about personality and talents. Excellent. That is what is meant by writing for your audience. Anything else?
Well, at the end of the interview, she usually has someone else take photographs and measurements. So I don't think she cares much about appearance. Is that safe to assume? Maybe I won't say anything about his looks?
I think you are onto something. Since it isn't a part of her interview process, perhaps appearance isn't much of a priority for her. So you could leave it out entirely, but I think...
Oh, and I just remembered. Did you know she herself was a princess who married a pauper who wrote poetry? So she probably doesn't care about my thoughts on wealth or position of his family. So I should steer clear of that one too? Should I talk about poetry? I don't even care about poetry.
Okay, yes. Well, you certainly know what I mean now by paying attention to your audience. And you have certainly organized your ideas according to your audience. It's just that...
What?
Well, here's the thing. Most important to her may not be the same as most important to you. While audience is important, don't forget purpose.
Well, what do you mean?
Just this. While it seems that family station, including wealth, and appearance means very little to our matchmaker, and trust me, I've seen her husband, and I can tell you that appearance mattered nothing to that lady, I want you to choose an order that makes sense of your purpose.
Meaning?
Well, do you care about appearance? Do you care about family position and wealth? Just because your audience may not prioritize the same way you do, doesn't mean you simply have to go in the order the audience perceives as best. I mean, this is your husband we're talking about. In other words, while it is important to think of your matchmaker's thoughts and ideas, that doesn't mean you shouldn't think about what is most important to you. It's a balance.
I think I understand. Well, how about this then? So I really don't care so much about family position much either, so I can definitely put that last. But I still want to include appearance and near the top. But maybe I should write about it in a way that isn't, well...
offensive to her troll of a husband?
Precisely! Maybe I can write about how appearance, for me, is like poetry. But visual poetry. So she can relate to why I value appearance, even if it isn't a value to her.
Oh, you're good. What just happened? I'm not a tutor anymore.
No, I think it means that you're not the bestest, most amazing writing tutor in the world anymore.
What in heavens do you mean?
Don't you see? The bestest, most amazing, magnificent writing tutor? Well, that's me now.
And with that, it looks like my work here is done. Goodbye, Scheherazade. You are now truly the master.